Hey man, let me tell you something simple but powerful. You don't earn respect by talking more. You earn it by talking less and meaning every damn word you say. In a world full of noise, the man who speaks with intention becomes magnetic. In a room full of people shouting for attention, the man who sits back, observes, and only speaks when it counts, that's the man everyone turns to when things get real. Because silence isn't weakness, it's power. Part 1. Why most men talk too much. Most guys think they have to explain themselves, justify everything, prove they're good enough. And when they're around a woman they like, that tendency triples. They start over-talking, trying to impress, trying to be understood. But here's the harsh truth. When you talk too much, people start tuning you out. And worse, they start seeing you as insecure, as someone who needs validation. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone who just wouldn't shut up? Did you respect them more or less? Exactly. A man who is confident in who he is doesn't need to prove anything with words. He lets his presence speak for him. Part 2. The power of controlled speech. When you speak less, you create space for others to lean in. And that space, that's where influence is born. It's the same reason why people lean forward when a quiet man starts talking. They've learned when he speaks, it matters. You command attention not with volume, but with precision. Your words become rare, and anything rare becomes valuable. So instead of talking to fill silence, you let silence do some of the talking. Part 3. How to train yourself to talk less. So how do you actually master this? Step 1. Get comfortable with silence. Don't rush to fill the gap. Let the pause hang. Let her feel the tension. Let others wonder what you're thinking. Step 2. Speak last. In a group setting, don't be the first to talk. Let everyone else throw their thoughts in. Then speak, clearly, calmly, with weight. When you speak last, you speak with the advantage of insight. Step 3. Cut the fluff. No over-explaining. No nervous jokes. No verbal clutter. Say what you need to say, then stop talking. Leave it there, let it echo. Part 4. Why women respect quiet dominance. Now let's talk about women. Here's something they'll never tell you outright. They notice when you talk less, but carry more weight. It makes them wonder about you. It makes them chase the deeper layers of who you are. It makes them feel your emotional discipline. You don't need to convince her of anything. You don't need to win her over with a pitch. You're not a salesman, you're the prize. When she doesn't know exactly what you're thinking, she gets curious. When she doesn't hear a running commentary, she starts wondering. And that mystery, that's magnetic. Part 5. How to handle tests without explaining. Let's say she challenges you. She questions your decisions. She accuses you of something. Most guys jump into defense mode. Wait, let me explain. That's not what I meant. But not you. You take a beat. You look at her. And you say something like, I know what I'm doing. Or you're free to think what you want. That's it. You don't break your frame. You don't go into story mode. You stand still, and that stillness becomes your shield. She might get frustrated, but deep down, she respects it. Because she's not looking for your explanations, she's looking for your emotional control. Part 6. How speaking less builds leadership, energy in life, in business, in relationships. Leadership comes from energy, and one of the strongest energies a man can project is stillness with purpose. The best leaders don't talk all the time. They don't overshare. They speak with weight, not just words. If you walk into a room and start trying to win everyone over with charm and noise, you've already lost. But if you walk in calm, deliberate, and observant, people will adjust to your energy. They'll start watching your reactions, they'll wait for your opinion, they'll sense your confidence without you having to perform. That's real leadership. That's real masculine energy. Part 7. Practice this in your daily life. Try this today. Next time someone asks you something, wait a second before you respond. Let the silence breathe. When you're on a date, talk 20% less than you usually do. Focus on presence, eye contact, and listening. When you speak, make it matter. Cut the over-explaining. Cut the nervous laughter. Cut the verbal noise. Replace it with silence. Replace it with certainty. Replace it with power. Part 8. The power of your energy. Let me end with this. You don't need to say a lot to be respected. You need to say what you mean, and mean what you say. The loudest man is rarely the strongest. The man who says less but moves with purpose, that's the one they follow. So start now. Next time you feel the urge to over-explain, to defend, to talk, just to talk, pause, breathe, look them in the eye, and remember, you speak less, not because you're afraid, but because your presence already speaks volumes. That's how you become unforgettable, that's how you command respect, and that's how you lead without ever raising your voice. If this resonated with you, brother, subscribe for more. This isn't about games, it's about mastery, and the quiet strength that sets you apart from the rest. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, speak less, command more.